Best not miss, 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 best not miss.
Yo, how is it going? God damn it, music's still too loud for me. Should have turned it down that way. That was a bad mistake. Alright, and welcome to the Collectibles stream. Sorry that we couldn't be here last weekend, but that was my fault. That was my bad. I also flagged so we couldn't stream for a whole week. And my alt channel, Channel Binks, seems to be nearly dead. It's on its last legs. It's got one more warning. So today we're going over magic cards. We'll be looking at how to play, how to resell the cards, looking at my friend's deck and a few other things. We've got Jicka at my house today. Say hello, Jicka.
What's up, dudes? Save me from this dungeon.
Don't tell them it's a dungeon. Oh, god damn it. Now it's been confirmed. And of course we've got our co-host Stretch, who I had to mute because he can't be trusted. Stretch, how you doing?
What the fuck? I'm alright.
Well, you started. I could started hearing all these crackly noises while the music was going on. So that was the problem.
I never said I was smart or like good at shit.
Yeah.
So
it's a sex dungeon confirmed.
somehow. Yeah.
I heard that this is going to Bitwave as well. Fuck you, Dispatch, for not setting up the restreamer in time. He did say he was going to, but that's okay. So hi Bitwave. Magna, if you are listening and you do want on, just jump in my Discord. If you need a link, I'm sure someone will have it. It is in the description for both Bitwave and for here. And then I'll have to let you through vetting, and I'll let you in at the end to have a chat, because it would be cool to get a chat. Other thing, important upcoming dates is September the 18th. The FAP stream is on. It is confirmed. You have to go to Bitwave especially for it. I won't say much more, but I think you can tell by the name of the stream what Dispatch might be getting up to in that stream, because we achieved all the goals. That's all I'm going to say about that. Alrighty. Let's turn this off. That's distracting as fuck. Distracting as fuck. Oh, hey chat, how's it going? Has Red finished yet, or is he still stealing all our viewers? Chatting. Greek. I remember last time it was just full of my mods, and you wouldn't think I would have too many mods, but then they're the only ones that watch us now. They're the only ones that watch us. Alright, Magic the Gathering. So, Stretch, you said that you've tried Magic the Gathering before?
Yeah, I fucked around with it. Like I said, I had a buddy that was really into it, and I've like actually sat down and played the game before.
Yeah. Do you know what? Well, I don't really know about the levels, so I'm not going to start asking those sorts of questions. I think there's a few people that have before as well, but I know Jicka has played with the cards for a while. You have been in the tournaments as well? You've done some tournament shit?
Yeah, I like 20s. I played on and off for years. Just go try hard for a year, play a season, spend $500, lose interest, come back in 5 years, rinse and repeat.
Yeah, he's also resold some of the cards, or got into speculating with card reselling, so we'll go through that. And now, you still play the game every now and then, but you do it all on digitally now, don't you?
Yeah, like they just re-released. They always release new clients, Magic Online. I think it's MTG Arena. And I was playing that for a while. I've stopped now, but yeah. They make it harder though. Now you can't sell cards on that. You just got to disenchant them like Hearthstone. So they're trying to get rid of the trading aspect.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But the other one still exists, I think.
Awesome. Hopefully everybody can hear him, because we have to share the mic, so just let us know if anyone's soft, and I'll try and fix it. Alright, so I thought for everybody we would... Oh, hopefully this is not copyright. I didn't even think about that. Oh, well, we're going to do it anyway. If the stream goes black, just wait a minute. And then hit refresh. Trust me. It'll come back. It'll come back. Alright, so we're going to go do a how to play Magic the Gathering. Real silly sort of basic thing. So we all get on the same level. So I understand for those people that know all about Magic that this is probably not the video for you. But well, we're gonna play it on stream. Stretch, it is in the on-air links as well if you want to follow along.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. Just pause this if you want.
Hi there, Jimmy here to walk you through your first game of Magic the Gathering. The first thing you're going to need is a deck.
Yeah, I forgot to mention it is super gay. We're at 13 seconds, 3, 2, 1.
If you don't have one, see if your local game store has a welcome deck. Some stores offer them for free to new players. They come with 2 30-card decks so you and a friend can learn to play. You can also pick up a Planeswalker deck, a 60-card deck built around one of the many iconic characters in Magic. You win a game of Magic by reducing your opponent's life total from 20 to 0. And that's usually done by attacking them with your creatures and using spells to make sure their creatures can't attack you. To start a game, shuffle your decks and randomly decide who goes first.
Swipe transition?
Usually people roll dice. Draw a hand of 7 cards, and whoever won the dice roll goes first. In a one-on-one match, the player
so
who
those
goes first
starter
doesn't
decks,
get to
that's
draw an
those
additional
little
card,
starter boxes,
but
that's
every
what I've
other
got
turn
heaps of.
starts with the player drawing a card. The first thing you'll need to play is a land. You get to play one
Give me
land
that,
every
cons.
turn. Lands represent the mana you use to cast spells. You see, every spell you cast has a casting cost, which tells you the number and color of mana needed to cast them. This spell requires 1 white mana and 2 of any color, while this spell needs 2 green mana and 4 mana of any color.
Feel bad for
This line tells you what kind of spell you're casting. Some spells stay on the battlefield, like creatures, artifacts, enchantments, planeswalkers, and equipment, while some spells, like instants and sorceries, have an effect and then go to your graveyard. To cast any of these spells,
probably am
you use
supposed
your
to talk
lands
over the
for
top,
mana.
because
To
it's
use
one
your
of those
lands, you
popular
turn them
YouTube
sideways
channels that's probably
or
got its
tap
own
them.
copyright.
Wizards.
Tapping is very important
official
because it
Wizards.
shows
Oh,
that the
no.
card has been
Oh,
used
no.
for the turn.
Yeah, promoting Magic,
At the
right?
beginning of your
Copyright.
next turn, before you
You
draw
never
a card,
know.
you'll untap all of your
YouTube's
tapped cards. On
YouTube's
your
a different
turn,
place.
you can cast spells
70%
before
revenue.
and after
Well,
combat.
I'm not
These
I'm not
2 main
monetized.
casting phases of your
It's
turn
if
are
they,
when you get to play a land that adds mana,
if they wanna
summon
get the money.
creatures to fight for you, or use other kinds of spells. Now, one type of spell, called an instant, can be cast at any time, such as during combat or even during your opponent's turn. So, think of your turn this way. Your turn starts, and you get to untap your cards and draw a new card for the turn. You can then play anything you have the mana to play. Then you can attack your opponent with any creatures you have. Then you can play any more spells you have the mana to play. Your turn ends, and your opponent's turn begins. There's no difference between the main casting phases that happen before and after combat. You can even wait to play your land until after combat if you prefer. Now let's talk about what happens during combat. Because the goal of Magic the Gathering is to reduce your opponent's life total to 0, creatures you control will only attack your opponent. Normally, creatures will never attack another creature, although there are some advanced spells that allow this to happen. In combat, you declare...
Wait a minute. Can I just paused it at 3 minutes stretch. Can you explain that, Jicka, about the creatures not attacking creatures? Do you know what he meant by
Yeah,
that?
so if anyone's played Hearthstone, you can choose what it attacks. On Magic, you just declare an attack. So the defender gets to decide whether or not they take the damage or if they block it. So if they've got favourable blocks, they'll take it. If they don't do anything, they can just say, "Oh, I'll take the face damage." So as an attacker, you only get to declare your attack. That's it. You can't.
Oh, so you just declare I'm attacking.
Yeah,
this
you
is what.
declare.
This is how many points are coming your
Phase,
way.
you say, this
They
creature
actually
this
choose
creature's
where it
attacking.
goes.
They can say, "I'm going to double block. I'm not going to block," or whatever.
I'm glad I asked that. And so, and I think everybody else got the rest of it, which was the lands are sort of like your mana. You have to put those lands out to be able to do anything, to do this, cast the spells, and then when you use something, you turn it sideways, and that's called tapping it. That's pretty much it. And in the
Your untap phase is start of your turn.
yeah, and then everything goes back to normal. Like untapped, it all turns back up again at the start of each round. That's right. Yeah.
You get to untap your shit at the start of your round. Not
Yeah.
And all you can do on the opponent's turn is instance and interrupts.
Alright. and you've got 20 health points in the basic game. And
Yeah.
so, is there another way of winning the game?
Yeah, you can. So big. You don't have to have 60 cards. You just got to have more than 60. But 60 is optimal. But you know, you might see some just casual players turn up with a 100-card deck and stuff like that. But if you run out of cards, you lose the game. And there's poison as well. Like there's some like obscure cards have poison, and that's you get 10 poison life. But I don't know if that's still in the current sets.
Oh,
So
okay.
You get milled by run out of cards, which is like the mill control decks, or you can just run out of life, or you can have poison.
There you go.
And there's some funky combo cards that, like, if you assemble some crazy combo, it's like your opponent loses a game, but they're quite obscure.
Yeah. Alright. Okay, we're still got to get through this. Magic the Gathering for boomers and basics. We're at 3 minute stretch at
Boom.
3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Player any creatures you want to attack your opponent by tapping those creatures.
Battlefield.
Remember though, a tapped creature can't block when your opponent attacks
Stretch,
you.
stop fucking with your mind.
Also, creatures can't attack the turn they're played because newly cast creatures suffer from summoning sickness. After you decide which creatures are going to attack, your opponent then gets to choose which creatures they block with and who blocks who. Then damage happens all at once. This is a creature's power. Creatures deal damage equal to their power during combat. This is a creature's toughness. If a creature takes as much damage as its toughness, it dies. If a creature isn't blocked, that damage goes to the player. All creatures that were damaged but not killed heal back to full toughness at the end of each player's turn. Alright, let's look at an example. This is also a great opportunity to show you how instants work. Say I'm attacking with a Rune Claw Bear, and my opponent chooses to block with a Summit Prowler. Normally, my creature would die, but I have Ornamental Courage in my hand, which is an instant. At any point during the combat phase, I can play this instant. I pay the casting cost and cast Ornamental Courage on my Rune Claw Bear once my opponent has chosen their blocker. Now my creature has 3 power and 5 toughness. It should be enough to turn the tides. But then, my opponent plays High Spire Infusion on their Summit Prowler, another instant in response. Your opponent can respond with their own instants if they have the mana to play them. Now their creature has 7 power and 6 toughness. My Runeclaw Bear still dies. Once combat and your 2 main casting phases are over,
Runeclaw Bear!
pass the turn to your opponent. And those are the basics of play. Every Magic card is different and affects the game in different ways. Each card also explains what it does. Take a look at Sarah Angel. It has flying and vigilance, and the reminder text explains what those words mean. If you're ever not sure what a card does, you can visit gatherer.wizards.com and search for that card for its full rules. So, now that you know the basics, get out there and challenge your friend to a duel.
Oh, that was copyright. No, I don't want to play the next
How to
video.
play Magic the
No!
Gathering. Magic the Gathering is a 25...
Alright. I think, so that was the basics, basically, of everything. Is there anything else you wanted to mention, Jicka, with basic? Anything they missed?
Oh, like, there's a lot to it, but a lot of principles, like that when he was saying, the respond to the instance, generally people, big principle is card advantage. So he was saying he cast that giant growth or whatever it was, and then the other guy responded, and then in the end, that guy lost 2 cards, the attacker lost 2 cards, and the defender only lost 1. So anytime you can 2-for-1 your opponent, that's considered card advantage. So it's like a slow grind. But, you know, Magic's full of that kind of shit. You can talk about it all day, really.
Yeah. Are you guys going to play a game? No. I don't have a webcam.
You
And
can
then
just
I might
restream.
feed docs.
You could just show like somebody streaming on Twitch and talk about it.
Yeah, well, we could try later. Also, and there's different colors. So those different colors are sort of like there's the green and then there's the blues and all of that. But that's actually sort of like what type of spells they're going to cast or what sort of deck it's going to be as well.
Just what access you have. So like, you know, if you're green, if you're mono green, you can only use the green cards.
Yeah. But aren't the green cards basically, they usually sort of big monsters and that sort of shit?
Yeah, they've all got kind of stereotypical themes. So green's like considered ramp. So you can cast spells that'll give you an extra mana, so that you can ramp up to really high mana spells. This is a generalization. Red is meant to be like aggro and burn spells for like nukes and like rushing creatures. Black's a lot of life drain shit, killing creatures, removal. Yeah, that's another interesting concept actually, like removal, like the types of cards. So, you know, creatures, removal, land destruction. You know, there's broad categories for them. We've got blue. Blue's all counter spells and magic and tricky shit. And tempo, delaying, and white knights. There's actually a card called White Knight. Sue you, mate. And white is a lot of kind of first strike, life gain, kind of armies that will work together and buff up their mates.
And so what would be your favorite colors or color?
Oh, there's artifacts as well. Oh, when I played Modern, I had a brief deck. We can look at my my deck brief, where it was like all artifacts are real rushing aggro. But you know, it depends what you want to play. Pretty much you'll play everything. Like if you want to play aggro, you might play white black or white red. You can kind of make anything work.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's because we haven't played anything. All right, so oh
should
shit.
play on that. Hang on for a second, mate.
What can I do?
Play
Sorry.
YouTube and turn it off.
His headphones are going. Actually, yeah, you shouldn't need your headphones, so just switch that off for the moment.
Alright.
It just means you won't be able to hear Stretch, but that's alright. Done. Bloody, those RF headphones are fucking annoying, I tell you. Alright, so we're going to go through Jicka's card collection now. But you said that you've actually sold some of the cards?
Yeah, so like I said, I go through phases where it's, you know, you'll spend a shitload and then lose interest and give them away and sell them. I sold like this deck. It's called Affinity, and you know, if you don't want to buy all the cards, you can just buy the deck, and it was like $300. So you know, that's how much a competitive deck will cost around. Oh, like you can get them for $50, but for control ones, you might be looking at $200 to $300 for a competitive deck. And these are just kind of like the cards I had left over that I hadn't given away. But you can see there, you know, the types. That's another thing you want to. You got the rare, commons, uncommons, rares, and legendaries. And so that's black for commons, silver for uncommon, gold for rare, and legendaries, that middle one and that right one. So I don't know, like a goldy bronze or whatever the hell it is. But doesn't mean they're necessarily going to be worth anything, but that's the rareness of them. So
Yeah,
none of those. Oh, that card on the right was competitive in its whenever it was there. It was in some decks. But yeah, go through. I'll tell you if there's any good cards in.
And you've played Hearthstone, yeah?
Yeah, I got a pretty big Hearthstone collection.
Yeah, of course. Just tell us. If you want to
Hearthstone's like a kiddie version where you never less to think about.
Oh, called out, Elizabeth or not? Yeah, because I could actually understand, like when you told me to try and get me to play Hearthstone, I got into it.
The complexity is it's just not as complex.
Yeah, that's what I liked about it. It was just a bit more easier,
accessible.
just sort of more accessible for me. Well, Magic was just, it just seems all too
Magic
hard.
is a bit intimidating.
I gotta fucking read everything and try and work out what the fuck they're on about half the time.
Yeah, none of these cards are any good. Keep going. I had some Jaces and shit left over, but I don't know where they've gone. See, a lot of these are just what are called junk rares. They you buy for 50 cents or $1. But you see that bottom left one? Just pause for a second. Like that's what they call a sideboard card. So you wouldn't play that in your main deck. But if you're playing some kind of specific deck, and then, you know, after game one, they've got a 15 card sideboard and you can swap stuff out. That's really good against your type of deck. And their creatures, you see that can't enter the battlefield from graveyards or libraries. So that, you know, that'll shut down some big combos. So there might be some decks, though they call them dredge, I think, where they put heaps of shit in your graveyard and you have really cheap resurrect type spells. And so if you get that out, that's a 1-mana artifact. You get out of that early and really shut down a type of deck.
Yeah, yeah, with just one card. Yeah.
Yeah, you might run 2 or 3 of them, but yeah, like that, one card could really shut down a type of deck, and that's how the sideboard works.
And so you would play that card. It goes out into the field, and then
It's
what?
not permanent. It just sits there.
It just sits there. Okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, can it get taken away?
It can get killed, but not by a creature. Oh, like creatures can effects destroy artifacts, but not by damage. Right, keep going.
On each creature. Yeah, sorry, I was just reading some of the other.
See, that guy was pretty cool. Geralf Messenger. For zombie decks, that's another thing they call them, tribal decks.
Mm.
So here it says creature zombie,
Yeah,
creature
yeah.
demon. So you can have themes. There's a lot of white human decks, toxic human masculinity.
And so it's like then you can like in Hearthstone where you can sort of
Yeah,
play
it's all
something
zombies,
where it
+1,
will.
+1 or something
Yeah,
like
if
that.
they're all creatures
Yeah.
or something, then they all get a +1. Yeah.
Yeah, but
And
you
they
see
all
that
get
I was talking about
shielded.
that Graph Digger's Cage when he enters the battlefield, loses 2 life. So that'd be good in a resummon type deck. When he dies and you got some way to bring him back every time he comes back. It's like a 2 damage nuke.
Hmm. I'm just gonna put on.
And his
some-
casting cost is interesting. Look at his 3 black.
There we go.
So 3 mana is quite cheap, but because it's 3 black, it's actually really difficult to cast.
Yeah. Huh.
Junk.
They're your cards. I'm joking. Oh, so that's a land card? Island Mountain? I don't know. He seems to like these zombies. Jicka's gone. He had to. He died. He's got throat cancer, so it's all over. It's all over. Never played Magic. Yeah, because I think like me, most of us have played Hearthstone. Have you played Hearthstone?
How many?
Stretch?
How big of a collection does he have? How many cards are in this thing total?
How many cards do you have all up? You got like from what I saw yesterday, you had heaps of them.
Magic cards?
Yeah.
I don't know. What are commons and shit, but not that many now.
Yeah, but you've got heaps digitally now, don't you?
Just
Yeah, I had a
roughly.
couple of like mainstream decks on that arena.
Yeah, I
Before
showed
he
them
got
at
rid
the
of his
end.
card.
Yeah, I show them at the end stretch. There's like a few hundred at least. So,
Oh,
but
okay. I didn't know if he had something retarded or what. You know what I mean?
wait, what?
Just like a shitload of cards. Like if he had a big giant box of them, I didn't know.
Yeah, he does as well. Yeah. But what's the go of all those cards? Are just junk or something? Like
Which cards?
the ones that you didn't have in slibs, because you got these ones in slibs, but then you had a whole bunch of other ones.
Just as a rule, most people will just put their rares and legendaries into slips
Yeah.
and just put their commons and uncommons in the rubber band or whatever.
Yeah. Alright. And so these are all black, aren't they? The color?
Nah, they're artifacts. Oh,
Artifacts.
that's blue there.
Oh, okay. Sorcery. It says just so many things though. Enchantment. Whenever a creature you control attacks, put a charge counter on Druid's repository. Okay. Remove a charge counter from Druid's repository. Add 1 mana of any card to your mana pool.
Yeah, so that's what we're talking about. Ramp.
Hmm.
It gives you heaps of access to mana to cast some ridiculous monster.
And so you're also talking about how there's different levels, like there's different series of Magic cards?
So the different formats. You might want to go to that Goldfish page. Bring that up if you want.
Oh, we've still got a few minutes for this. Well, I guess we'll get there, won't we? Alright, I'll just let this play. Just let us, Just pause it. Just tell us if you want to pause it. Instant can't be countered by spells or abilities.
Yeah, so that was cool. That's a good card.
Creature instant.
Oh yeah, that's funky.
Oh no, knee docks. I just docks my knees. Oh. Paused at the wrong spot.
Oh, there's some lands. So every season lands change. Yeah, these two cards are cool, these white ones.
Yeah, because I thought lands were just lands, but now they've got all this other shit.
So they're dual lands, you see, you can add them for a blue or a green.
Yeah.
But you see, they've got a downside effect, because if you play it on first turn, you can't use it.
Yeah.
So have a look at those cards there, stop there. When that set came out, I can't remember what it's called, but that Angel and that Silverblade Paladin are cool. And that Deathrite Shaman was super imbal. It got like, I think they got banned out of Modern or something. If you look at that one, it's a black or a green, it's 1 mana. That guy was super powerful. I actually bought like 100 of those at one stage. That's when I was speculating. And I ended up selling them for a minor profit. And then they got banned later and the price tanked. Because like they're absolutely destroying in modern decks. Like if you have a look at it, you can play it first turn. And you can put shit into your graveyard, exile a card from your graveyard, add 1 mana.
Of any color
from
to
a
your
graveyard,
mana pool. Yeah.
So there was heaps of like, in the modern format, it could do heaps of inbound shit, and it eventually got banned or restricted. But that Restoration Angel was really good as well when it was around. See their flash, so it's a creature, it's a flying creature as well. So it's only 4 mana for a 3/4 flyer, which in itself is pretty good, but you can cast it in their turn. So if they attack with some 3/3 chump, you can cast that, boom, block, and then kill it.
Oh,
So
okay.
You know, they can be like, oh, I'm going to attack, you got no defenders, and then you can just cast it in their turn.
And so what's the
It's got that effect. It bounces something, so you may exile something and then return it. So people have something called on-entry effects or something like that. So when they enter the battlefield, you know, they give you 5 life or something. So if you had some creature like that, you can bounce it and then it comes back. There was a creature called Thragtusk. When it leaves the battlefield, it'd create a 3/3 token, and when it enters the battlefield, it'll give you 5 life. So that was a super inbound combo. You could, at the end of their turn, you cast that, and then you get 5 life from the Thragtusk re-entering, and when it left, it creates a 3/3 token. So that's a super strong end of turn, and because you cast it in their turn, you know how that guy talked about summoning sickness when it can't attack for a turn.
Yeah.
That's also delay, because you cast it in their turn, you can cast it their end step, so the very last stage of their turn, and then when it's your turn, it's ready to attack.
And you can still you would still have all your cards untapped at the start of your turn as well.
Yeah, and then when it's your turn, untap everything and attack with everything. So,
Yeah.
And it can save things, like if they cast a removal on your like White Knight, then you can cast that, bounce it out, and then that removes the targeting of their spell. So it's like it's got heaps of use. It was a really popular card when it was around.
And so what's the benefit of flying as well?
Flying can only be blocked by flying or creatures with reach. So that knight in the middle couldn't block it.
There you go. Yeah, fuck, there's just so much to think about, eh?
Yeah.
And so when you're playing against it, like when you're playing in tournaments and that, would you sort of know what the other team was going to play half the time if you know what sort of deck they're going to have?
Yeah, everyone plays the same kind of 6 decks.
Okay. There you go.
But it changes with every time there's a new set comes out, all the decks will change for a little bit. And that's when it's the most interesting. When it's fresh, people are still dreaming up shit and combos. But once the meta's been established, it's like the same kind of 5 to 7 decks or whatever just get played over and over.
Yeah. Yeah. See, it's a shame. I should have OBS'd what Magna was showing the other day because he had quite a lot of dual lands and other rares, and that's all he was showing us too. And it went on for a while.
Yeah,
And
like
should've
revised back in the
Yeah.
95 or whatever it was. Those dual lands, so those top dual lands are worth $200 now.
Yeah.
I mean, my mates would have like 4 of each, but I've long since lost them.
And do you want to just explain dual lands really quickly?
It's just like that we talked about, the land that has access to 2 manas, to 2 different colours.
Yeah. And so you can just pick one or the other.
Yeah.
I think I get a
So
better
that guy in the
picture.
middle there, that's the planeswalkers there.
Yeah, I get a
Kinda
better picture of them. And so
See,
here's
they're
some.
the older cards, you can tell by their borders. I think they're 3rd edition.
Yeah. And so you're saying that destroys one of any land, you can't even play those cards anymore?
Well, because it was only 3 mana,
Hmm.
I think they wanted to go away from land destruction as a theme.
And you could sort of see how many cards he had too. At one point, we do get another look at it.
Man, like, I was walking the dog. You'd be surprised that people that are Magic nerds. I was like walking the dog and I see some like tradies, Toyota Hilux. You see in the back window, he's just got boxes and boxes of Magic. And, you know, he's just some cashed up dude
Fucking hell.
who goes and you could see he probably had thousands of dollars just sitting in the back of his truck.
Hmm. Well, they probably play it. He probably goes over to Ace and plays
Yeah.
there.
I've had customers and then they'll be like, "Oh yeah, my husband's right into Magic. That's what he spends all his money on it." And it's a shitload of like adults with disposable income that go drop $500.
And so, do you want to explain the Planeswalker thing? Now that I've got it up.
They're not really a creature. They're just like a permanent that's got 3 that have those options there. You can see. So it starts with 4 life, if you can see down the bottom right, and then you can use those effects and to give him a token or remove tokens. So if you +1 him all the way up to 15, like he's never gonna live for 11 turns. But if you had 15 tokens, you can do that -15, exile all other permanents. So it's like super powerful effect, like an ultimate. But he was a pretty shitty planeswalker. Everyone loves Jace and the blue ones. I think it's a lot of recurring characters as well. But you see that, pause for a second, that's cool about Magic, is the flavor text. Keeps the cards down the bottom, Judgment Without Hope. They've just got some cool, you know, line of dialogue, and for all the lore nerds, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And this is a dual land.
Yeah, that's one of the modern dual lands that has a downside to it.
Yeah. And I just showed the back for one. And then here's all of his other cards.
Honestly, that's fuck all compared to
Yeah.
a lot of people.
Yeah, I've seen some people's collections. Yeah, they're bloody massive. Alright. I think we just show... There's a few more things here.
So they're the common dual lands that cost nothing. So if you just look at a budget deck,
Yeah. Some more of them. And the slips. Here we go.
yeah. So if you're playing any events, you're supposed to have sleeves, so you kind of mark the cards and shit like that.
Yeah, so you're supposed to put everything into these tournament slips and turn up with them all in these little slips.
I once got my deck audited
Oh, really?
in a tournament, and just like a shitty qualifier tournament, just like, you know, local Friday Night Magic they call it.
And so...
And then they say, they call out a couple of dudes' names, and then
Oh,
they say
wait.
grab your deck,
Good guess.
and then they look for like if you're marking the cards, if you're like trying to dog ear the corners so that you know what cards coming up and stuff like that. Just looking for cheaters. There's a famous Hearthstone streamer, Reynad, who got caught cheating in a official event once as well, and that's what he's infamous for.
Stretch, what do you mean by that? Because everything's showing up fine on my end.
No, Bitwave gassed us off the playlist spot.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah,
Yeah, that's all.
understand.
I just thought it was funny.
Oh. I can't say it's
That's
everybody's cup of tea, so.
No, that's cool.
Alright.
I watched it go down. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, bye Bitwave. Alright, so we're going to go over to MTG Goldfish. So what is MTG Goldfish? Jicka.
Just a site where you can look for price. Oh, like heaps of shit, but you can look for prices for Magic Online or paper. But yeah, that's what I wanted to look at, the meta game. So you see the formats there, where it says standard, modern, up the top? Those are your different formats.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So standard's what everyone plays, modern's like, which is the current core set and 2 blocks or something like that. Modern is like 6 blocks. Pauper is a commons only, that's pretty cool. Legacy and vintage are like anything, I think. And those other weird formats. But
Cool.
you can see there, standard, this is current standard. What's the most played?
Yeah, so this is the most played deck, this first
Yeah,
one
so
here. And you can go into it and it
not
actually
everyone-
shows you all the cards.
So people will have variations, but as a rule, those are like the most typically played shit.
Mm.
So you can see there, that's obviously a control deck. You can tell by the fact it's 4 colours and lands 25. So, you know, that's a late game deck. And heaps of planeswalkers.
Yeah.
So it's trying to control you, remove all your shit. Have a look at some of the spells. What are the... so that exile all non-land permanent, so that's like destroy everything basically.
And so it's saying you need 4, you should have 4 of these cards.
Yeah.
And then lands 25 of them.
So look at that, $182 that deck. It tells you the price as well.
And so are there people that actually set up these decks with every card that you need and then sell them?
Yeah, you can buy them from eBay like that. That's how I sold my deck when I last gave up.
There you go. So you can actually buy them. Yeah.
You see there, that tells you how much that buy from card. If see online, that I mean paper, that's $380 that deck, and online it's $182.
Oh well, this one card. So this one card here is $66.28. Is that what that
I
means?
think it means 4 of them. It's 60.
Oh, okay, for 4 of them. Yeah, right. I gotcha. And 75 cards in total.
Yeah.
There you go. And then similar decks online. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Go back and have a look at one of the aggro decks now. Oh, that's the different types. So you got control, aggro, mid-range, and combo.
Do you want me to click
And
this
ramp. Yep. There's a few different archetypes, but see, look at that. See, the aggro decks are typically cheaper. Scroll down a bit.
one? Oh yeah, because it's only $10. Yeah.
Yeah, you buy that on Magic Online for $10, and that's a competitive tournament-winning deck. Or
There you go.
$50 for paper.
Get started
See all
right
the
away.
1 and 2 mana spells, so it's real aggro orientated.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can tell by the land. Land's a dead giveaway. Have a look how many lands this one's got. So 18 out of 60 cards, it's got 18 land.
Mm.
So yeah, it used to be like most people would run 20, but as they started to optimize it, you try and reduce your land so that you don't draw any threats late, you know, mid-game. Like, you know, this doesn't have anything that costs more than 3 mana probably, so you don't want a lot of land.
Mm.
Whereas that control deck had 25 land, and it would have heaps of draw cards. So it's trying to get shitloads of land because it can do more with it. But, you know, if you draw a land late game, it can be useless for you, depending. So there's a lot to it there.
Mm. All right, cool. All right. And then the last thing that we're going to look at is the speculation. We got through this pretty quickly today. That's a nice and quick one. Alrighty. So, speculating. So this at the far left is when the card was first released.
Well, have a look at its. Just have a look at the picture of the card. You see on the right, in the middle where it says Creature Sphinx.
Yeah.
On the picture on that right, it's got that symbol.
Yep.
That symbol shows what set it's come from.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
yeah.
if you look on the graph now, you see M12 and M13.
Yep.
They're the core sets, and those other symbols are the sets for the expansions.
Let's see if I can scroll in a bit. There we go.
So what happens is that'll rotate. Well, it'll come in. It came in on the left, and then it'll. So it was there for M12. So for 12. So it was there for before 12. Like it 11. It was core set 11, and then through core set 12 and rotates out at core set 13. So, there's only ever one core set in at a time, 12, 11, or 13 or whatever, but you have those expansion sets and they rotate out. So when M13 comes in, the first three expansion sets rotate out, and those ones that came after M12 will be in and then rotate out at M14. But anyway, like the point being, what happens, there's a whole finance kind of background or people interested in speculating on cards, forums and shit like that for it. But you can see that one's going to rotate out at M13, and everything's going to rotate out. So that means that it can only be played in modern. It can't be played in standard anymore. It'll only be played in modern and all the other formats. But majority of players are standard only. So, because of the grind, people will sell all their cards so that they can buy new shit on the upcoming sets. So what I noticed for a lot was, obviously, look at its peak, it was a $20 card. $15 for a long time. But when it's rotating out, it's only $5. And then after it's rotated out, it bottomed at $2.50. But you can see there, it bounced back. So what always happens is there's an overreaction. Standard players are all flooding the market with these cards. And then, but the key is, if it's going to do well in modern. If you know a card's going to do well in modern, or it already does do well in modern, even though it's a standard only card, it means there's going to still be demand for it. So you can see there it's bottomed out at probably $2 or something like that. And then, a month later it's back up to $4.50, $4.40, and then it peaked at $5.70.
Yeah. So you sort of want to buy it just after it gets rotated out, buy like 100 of them, and then sell them a month or two later. Would be the basic
well, that's
gist.
the idea.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of them. Some are more drastic, some are more successful, some are less successful.
All right. Well, let's have a look at some of the other ones.
And you see some of them take longer to bottom.
Yeah.
Like you see that one's bottomed, whereas the other one took like a straight after M13. And then
but this one, it's not worth that much. It peaked at $3 only. But it's a matter of buying a lot of. I guessing if you wanted to do this, you would buy bulk.
You know what I mean? Like
you'd bulk buy them.
80 cents to $2. That's like 3x.
Yeah.
But the other thing to consider as well that I noticed is with those cheaper cards, those get slippage. You can't sell 100 cards at once. It's not like selling a stock. You just go sell.
Yeah.
You have to find the buyers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you have to sell each card almost individually.
It's good online because you can do it with bots, but the more you sell, they reduce the price each time. So you get a lot of slippage.
Alright, so let's just go through a few of these. Stop us if you see any good ones. I'll just pop them up one at a time.
Yeah, so you can see there's a lot of patterns there, like it'll rotate out. That one was interesting. It rotate. Oh, you see that was from that deck. That was super played in this deck, a modern deck called Affinity. It's all artifacts. So $12 card at its peak, and then after rotation it went down to $2 and it's come back up to $4.70. I bet you that one's super expensive now. Can you just go to Inkmock Nexus, go back to Goldfish and have a look for that? See how much it is today. Yep.
I can spell Inkmock Nexus. Do I just type it up here?
Yep.
Whoops. Did I put a B
Scroll
in there?
down. Choose that Mirrodin Besieged one.
This one?
Yeah.
Above it?
Yep. Oh, yeah, online it's still $3.70, but paper $27. What the hell? So have a look at my picture of it. How much was it?
Oh yeah, and then they are.
Oh
on
yeah, scroll
eBay
that
right
fucking
now.
bar out. You see there? No, the left one. Scroll it left. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
there
you
you
can see its
go.
price.
It's like its own fucking economy.
Yeah, well that's it. And Jicka
Crazy.
does love speculating,
Big time.
like with his stocks and everything like that. He's very autistic about that sort of stuff. just so everybody knows, putting it out there. We brought over a very good autistic person to do it. If you want to make quick money, he's the person to talk to. Well, not quick money. If you want to invest, it's probably the person to talk to. Alright, so this one started off really high at $40, but no one was playing it, so it's dropped right
Yeah,
down.
that's another interesting point. When a set comes out, everybody's speculating on how good a card's going to be,
Yeah.
but nobody actually really knows. So you can see when it first came out, it was crazy expensive. And then people are like, oh, this card's pretty shit. And you see it in July 11, you see it got down to less than $10 while it's still in rotation. Obviously, it wasn't fitting into any decks. Then it started to do well, and it went from a $8 card in standard back up to $35. So, it's a weird blend of speculating. It's like speculating, understanding supply and demand and market forces, but also in the context of how good a card is. So, you can speculate based on your Magic knowledge, not just supply and demand.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
if you think something's going to be powerful or people don't see its potential, you could buy a shitload there as well.
Open link. Oh, we've nearly gone through everything, so if people want to call in and say anything, then just jump in the waiting room and we'll pull you in the next few minutes.
You see, look at them like that. It's impossible really to pick the bottom, but you'll notice a lot bottom after the first. You see M13's when that one rotated out. And that next symbol with the L, that's when the first new expansion gets released. Seems like, as a trend, a lot of them would bottom then. So that was $2, and then a month later it's $4.70. So it happened like that for a lot of cards that were being already played in Modern.
Yeah. Alright. A few more. Oh, that one bottom. Oh, so it went down from $10 and now it's at 56 cents.
Damn. Sharp drop.
Oh shit, I've lost my spot.
Blade Splicer.
Oh, I thought it was Spider. There you go, I wasn't doing it
It
properly.
was a big stretch, Shane. I'll put my headphones on.
He is talking every now and then, yeah. But it's, yeah, the problem with those RF headphones, they are annoying like that. I should have just got an extension cord and some earphones. Oh, so this is a Planeswalker.
Look at him, he was a $40 card.
50, wasn't it?
God damn.
But you see, he was that's a good example of an overrated card.
Yeah.
You see how he came out and he's just trended down the whole time he was legal.
Yeah, pretty much. And he's only just sort of come up a tiny bit. And this one came out low.
Go to back to
Let's come
MTG
back.
Goldfish. I'll show you another one.
Yeah.
Kind of a mistake, but I speculated on Champion of the Parish. I love this card. Like, it was an awesome card. So Innistrad, second bottom. That's it.
Yep.
So have a look at him. 1 mana, and he's a 1/1. But anytime you get a human, you put another 1/1 on him. So if you had 3 in your hand, it's crazy. So you might want to draw that left to get rid of all the current history. Yeah, go all the way left, but draw the second bar left there. So you can see a bit closer when he was standard. So look at him. He came in. It took a long time for people to realise. They call that a white weenie deck. It took a long time for people to realise his power. You see there, he's like a $1 card. And then towards the end of standard there, it was popping up to $4.
Yeah.
But look after M14, So go right a little bit. It's bottomed out. That card bottomed out at like 15, 30 cents.
Mm.
And then he was getting played in Modern, and I just thought, shit, it's going to be an expensive card. I bought like 150 of them. And it actually was really good spec, but because it's so hard to sell 150 cards, your profit, even though it's $1.50 on the price, you can only find buyers for like 80 cents or 50 cents sort of thing sometimes if you're trying to sell bulk.
Yeah, some of the stuff that you do sometimes if you're buying and selling, it's like, oh man, is it really worth it? But I guess.
Yeah. So in the end.
Well, you've done well, so I can't. I can't complain. Can't give you too much shit, can I? Because of some of you speculating. Hey, Punky, how you doing?
Skank.
Oh yeah, we all know because we're about to end, and you took all our viewers. Whatever, fuck yourself.
Must be some Magic players there in the chat, right?
There's only one or two. Most of it is the because most of them would have been the BitWave guys that have stopped watching.
What stretch are you a Hearthstone player these days?
I have played Hearthstone, but no, I don't play it too much. I suck at it. That's my problem.
Yeah. God, you're a bit.
But I do have it on my phone. I play it.
Stretch.
I play it sometimes.
Ah no.
Yeah.
I've dropped everything. Stretch, you're a bit loud too.
God damn it. Here, I'll whisper to you.
Yeah, because I got you
style.
turned right
Some
down, and
ASMR,
it's just
of
I
course.
just can't go any further.
I don't know why the fucking shit's so gay. Fuck my life.
All right, let's have a look at some of these other ones, and we're nearly done. I think we're nearly done.
Oh, that's a dramatic one. Look at that one. So.
Yeah. So it's gone from 40 straight down. Then it went
See, it
up.
became more expensive after it rotated out.
Yeah.
So it really fit into a modern deck.
There you go.
But
So it's like
that goes to
25.
show you like $7, and it's come up to 25. That's a perfect kind of spec because of you don't have to sell too many.
Yeah.
I like to get in the expensive cards because you can just sell a few.
Pokemon cards 2 weeks ago, dude.
Fucking Yoshi.
Yeah, you can write all you want. We did Pokemon cards. If you didn't turn up, well, that's your bad, not mine.
Pokemon cosplay.
Mushrooms are getting to his head.
That's it. Yeah, he was taking mushrooms yesterday. I know that.
Takes them all the time.
Yeah, no, I think he overestimated how many his microdose because he seemed actually pretty high. Look at this little spike right there. It's like boom.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
Now someone was probably stupid enough and bought a whole bunch of them.
Bought one for $20.
Yeah, it was someone was speculating, but they were paying way too much for it. For some
Well, they might
reason.
have a bot in Magic Online. It's all run by bots. So they might have just had somebody fucked up and bought it for $20.
Oh, bit bloody with my lip. That sucks. It's just a sucky day. FGW
I like that next one,
cards.
that white. Yeah, the Pure Steel Paladin. He was cool. Do the next one. Oh, that's a dramatic one as well, actually. Look at that one.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
God damn.
What about 3 or 4 more?
All the way down and all the way back up.
Yeah.
Alright. I think.
Oh, there you go. That Mox Opal. Throw that Mox Opal. That one. That was in my deck. That modern deck. It's a super inbound card. 0 mana. Oh, it's a
Yeah,
zero.
so it started off low. Now it's at $35. Looks like it looks like it's peaking right now.
But like, have a look at read the card. This is 0 mana, so you can play that on first turn. And it's got an effect. If you have 3 artifacts, it turns into a Mox is like, I can't remember what the original Mox is called. Mox something or other. But it's like, it's that from the original set. There's a Mox, and it's meant to be the most inbound card in Magic's history. Black Mox or something like that. I can't remember. Somebody might know. But it's like a shittier version of that, where it's 0 mana. You can play that on turn 1, and it's like having a second land if you get a really good draw.
Yeah. Alright.
There we go. Someone talking about Nico Bolas. Tapping land to summon Nico Bolas.
So that one went right up.
But that's low. That was 40 cents up to $1.
Yeah, because it's only $1.20
Yeah.
at its peak. Yeah.
But that's a good example of a junk rare. You know, that phenomenon even happens to junk rares.
Yeah, yeah. Gonna do pork features. Oh, okay. And last one. That's it. Cool. Anything else you wanted to say about Magic? And
You could fire up a stream if you wanted to see someone play, but it's a good game, but you kind of have to go all in. That's the problem.
yeah, well, that's it. I mean, because the only experience I've really had is at the Comic Cons, as I was saying, and like they showed in that beginner's guide where they said, oh, they have the little starter packs that they give out. Yeah, like they give you those at free at all the Comic Cons, and then they'll sit
like
down
crack,
and and staff members will play against you.
The first hit of crack is free.
I've got one funny story when we had one. Yeah, staff member was teaching me how to play at one of these Comic Cons while I was just sitting down and just chilling. And then after he left, this other staff member turned up who was just going around with his own deck and trying to beat all these newbies just for his ego, I think. Yeah, and I won on my first game, and he was pretty upset. It was pretty funny though. It was just the fact that he was so pissed off about it, and he said, "You're playing again. It's best out of 3."
It's funny the stereotypes there are, like, fucking huge smelly nerds and shit.
Yeah, he was. Well, I noticed because he was going around from table to table just looking for people to play, and then just beating them really quick and then getting up, and then he lost.
It's the same crowd as like role playing or medieval fairs and shit.
Yeah.
You'd be the social elite there, mate.
Well, that's it. Well, Normie said he's coming on and he's going to tell us all about how he goes to RP festivals and...
What's his name? Normie?
Yeah, Old Angry Normie, and he shoots like magic... He has a fake magic wand, and he shoots magic spells at people.
Laughing.
And he likes pinkies in his
laughing.
ass.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. And he says things like, Firebolt, Firebolt. No, I got you. That Firebolt got you. You don't have shield. What are you talking about? He goes on about it all the time, trust me. I wouldn't lie about that.
And the pinkies in his ass.
That's it. Oh, we've been going for an hour. I think we got a pretty good overall sort of... Because as I think Jack just explained, and as we all sort of thought, it's pretty hard to get into without sort of just doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you're going to be a competitive player or, just semi-competitive, it's just about knowing the decks and the cards.
Yeah.
Predicting what the other people are going to want to do, how likely they are to have the combo, what they're playing.
But could you have fun with just buying a starter deck?
Oh, you can fuck it, yeah, definitely.
And just have some fun with friends and that sort of stuff.
Online deck, $10, you know what I mean? You can play Magic online and buy some cheap aggro decks for $10-20 and have competitive decks and good time.
Yeah.
Magic's fun to try build weird combos and crazy decks as well. Just depends what you want to do.
Alright. Fagus Patron.
Cards greater than dicks.
Did you guys... Yeah, whatever. Are there any questions from chat for Jicka? Anyone wanting to call in? Otherwise,
Get someone on the mic. Someone's coming in hot.
I think that's it. Stretch, do you want to call everybody a faggot?
I talk about Nicole Bolas. He knows what's up.
I think
So now we're wasting time.
most people in the chat, they're all FTW people.
Are you guys virgins?
Hey, I must say that Jicka is very good at Rocket League and other games, so
He's very stoic.
Virgin confirmed.
he's very stoic. He's got good strategy.
Virgin.
So, oh wait a minute!
Leave it to the
Sorry.
fucking chat.
Jicka was trying to give everybody shit. Off you go. Which
No,
one?
I wasn't. I was just saying. I cast a blue spell.
Call them faggots.
Virginity.
No, that's considered hate speech on our new policies. Oh, well,
This is a white night stream. Haven't seen this many white knights since a Legacy Magic tourney.
That's it.
Damn. Get burned, chat, you fucking faggots.
Well, we won't tell chat that Jicka still watch Sargon and Tim Pool videos, but that's alright.
I don't watch Sargon.
Oh, whoops.
He's too fucking boring.
He brought his dog around too. It always chases my cat off. It's very upsetting. Alright, well, I think that's about it. We'll go out with a song. What have we got upcoming, Stretch? Not much at all. It's good to see that we've got some new faces over on Bitwave. I don't know why. We've been it's not like we've been doing any advertising campaigns or anything like that. But sure enough, we've had Stretch and a few others come over to Bitwave, and they seem to be really enjoying it. So
What's
it's good to
this
see.
shit anyway? Is it to pay respects or something, right? Some kind of meme?
They might be trying to get me to gas the stream and telling me that I'm shit. Oh, Banana make 4th edition great again. And Jicka's here at my sex dungeon. We'll be back probably next week. We're going to keep going with the collectibles stream. I'm not sure what we're doing yet. We just sort of make it up as we go. If you want to be a guest because you have some sort of weird autistic collectibles, then please let us know.
Funky,
Remember,
look at the title, you stupid skank. His name's in the fucking title, you retard. Stop asking stupid questions.
Jigga.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Jigga the nigga. He is black, so. Yeah, well, we don't have much more to go over. There wasn't. I tried to find a few other little funny things, but everything was copyright and stuff, so.
Fucking Yoshi.
Collection. Well, no one has any questions. No one called in. Magno was going to show up. He didn't. Bitwave gassed us, so I'm calling it. And both Jicka and I are a bit not feeling the greatest at the moment. So. But we will be back. Thanks for hanging out, though, guys. I hope you had a good time. Stretch, is there anything else you want to say?
Yeah, thanks for showing up for 5 minutes, you fucking cocksuckers. Fuck every one of you.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, if Sandwich and Red want to fuck us over when we start first, oh well, that's what they're going to do. They're going to be cunts. Jicka, anything else you want to say to chat?
Not really. Just watch out for Stockholm Syndrome and EarJuice. That's how he got me.
That's it. He does like the fact that I got all them subs and that. Keeps telling me about what YouTube channel he's going to create every week. It changes all the time. Yeah, I got that clout.
You always ask me to stream and shit.
Yeah, well, I do because you keep going on about it. You should go on Bitwave. It's like, all right, that's bickering that we can do another time. Remember the FAP stream with Dispatch. His name will then become Fapstratch after that. Is September the 18th, I've heard. So make sure you're around Bitwave that time. I'll see you later.
Best not miss, 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 best not miss. best not miss, 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 best not miss.
Game is out there. And it's either play or get played, 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 or get Don't get it twisted, I do some dirt too, but I ain't never put my gun on nobody who wasn't in the game.
A man must have a code